Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending.
The following
We
program
back
is
on the
rated
full
TV
sense.
MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Go to the fucking gym and eat a goddamn steak.
That is not funny! Punk! You know I've been battling a weight problem for years!
Shut the fuck up, bitch!
I'll have to take your abuse!
Diabetes.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Walmart.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 24 Hundo and 22 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustles, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, you're back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flex, and on all you beefs.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam-wise, welcome to the show. Come one, come all. Get on in through that fucking door. Get on in through the swole hole. Come on in. We got fucking hair everywhere. What is going on with my fucking face? Christ. Fix my face. Oh my God. All right. Fixing my face. There we go. Excellent. We're done. We're good. Thank you. Thank you. Far too kind. This is the only podcast, the only man cast, the only show where I wear a shirt and everyone's like, where the fuck are those nips? Where the fuck are those nips?
That's fucking bullshit.
I'm not watching anymore. Where the fuck are those nips? Well, it's a little bit cold today. I was a little bit chilly. It's actually nice today. Today is the last day of being nice for like 3 or 4 days, and then it's going to Florida. Florida is succumbing to the weather that everyone is suffering from.
Matt Damon.
So we avoid most things. We avoid most temperature dips when you guys get like bombed by snow and shit. But now it seems like we're going to take a knee on this one. It looks like we're going to run out the clock. So today, you ready for this? Today it's going to be 83 degrees. Now I know a lot of you you're already dealing with the weather, but a lot of you are experiencing a drop. So check this out. Today, it's sunny outside after we do the show in overtime, which happens right after the live stream, of course. Join now, swolenormoussex.com. I'm going to go I'm going to roast the fuck out of my nips. I might actually actively try to get a sunburn today. I'm going to just cook myself because the next couple days I will be freezing my tits off. So today it's 83 and tomorrow it's 60. So it's like a 23 degree, and Sunday it's 54. So it literally drops 30 fucking degrees. That's insane. Obviously some of you are like, I wish it was going to be 60 or 54, but there's something different when you're already dealing with cold and it gets colder. It's like you're already out there bundled up because it's already cold. When it goes from 30 or 20 to 5, it's colder for sure, but you're already, cold. When you're like, hey, sunning my nips, 83, and it drops to like 41, you're like, what the fuck? It's just, it takes you through a whole different psychological traumatic state. It just takes you, it's a different type of trauma when you're literally, oh my God, it's hot, I'm burning, I don't want to get sunburned. And the next day it's just fucking ice. And it's not really ice. So 41, that's going to be a tough cold plunge tomorrow morning when it's like 43 degrees. Woo, I just stand outside, let the balls flow, let the balls fly. Oh my God. Anyway, I know a lot of you, you're laughing. You're like, I wish it was fucking 50 degrees. Danny says negative 30 here in Cincinnati. Negative 30? Negative 30? Wind chill, you mean, right? I just had to dig my car out of the snow so I can go to the fucking gym. God damn. Working from home today. Let's see. The Swole fam, we'll get into we'll bust the nut open. We'll get into the tip for a second. Jessica, working from home today because we have a negative 35 wind chill. But I'm about to crush my first workout with my new kettlebell set. I'm telling you, growing up north, the thing is, it's not like I've been in Florida my entire life. It feels like it at this point. But I used to scrape snow off my windshield, and I remember being late for high school. And we lived like in a mountainous town, lots of hills and like, mountains, relatively speaking. And I had a Honda Civic. Okay, so front wheel drive, not good in the snow if you haven't noticed or if you're unaware. It was a 91 Honda Civic, 4-door, 6 horsepower. And I remember when I was late to school, I didn't have time to let the car warm up. I didn't have time for the snow to melt off the windshield. So you brush the snow off and there's just that layer of ice. So I remember it's still kind of snowing a little bit, but it's small little pieces of snow. And I had to roll down my window, stick my head out the window because I was late for school and I was driving and I couldn't see out the windshield. So my head's out the window. I'm getting like fucking frostbite on my nose. These little particles of snow are hitting my face like BBs. And it's terrible. Terrible. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Matt Damon.
So when I graduated from college, I'm like, I am going to move somewhere where I could be naked all year round. Now, I could be naked all year round in Florida. Tomorrow is going to be brutal for being naked, but you get my point. I'm just going to sit in my sauna. I'm just going to sit in my sauna all day. Just going to sit in there, turn on low and just hang out in there. I'm just going to read. Because we don't have heat, by the way. So we have AC, but when it gets cold, we're just fucking cold. All right. So I'll take it, though. I'll take 60 degrees, 54. I'll take it because then, let's see, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, we're back. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's 70, 77. And then Thursday and Friday, it's back up to like the low 80s. So I'm fucking down with it. Oh my God, Frank, closed gym, no power. This is why I'm saying build out the fucking home gyms, fam. Build out the fucking home gyms. All right, let's get into today's nut. But first, let's see a little Tainty Man. Oh. We got the Tainty Man on the Tainty Cam. And of course, we have the delicious and nutritious Church. She is so cute. And she's cold. She's cold. Let's get a little... She's a good girl. She's been doing so good. Okay, let's get into the nut and let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Alcohol. Let's fucking go. What are you smashing today, fam? Drop it in the comments down below. All right, it's fucking Friday. Time to delete all the bullshit. Clean out your phone. Unsubscribe from shit that doesn't serve you. Time to clean house. So I saw a couple comments. Where was it? Keith Parker. Wow, Papa soft when it comes to cold. Actually, I'm rock fucking hard. Thank you very much. Because rock hard, but now I am. The reason is I moved because I just got tired of it. Once I'm up in the cold for a couple days, I get used to it. It just kind of snaps me back. Oh, I know what this is. I'm remembering. But I'm down here because of the warmth. I love it when it's hot, humid. It's fine. Heat, heat, heat. Let's fucking go. Just not a fan of it anymore. It's like, why the fuck did I move here? It's like I got scammed. I'm getting scammed. It's not supposed to be this way. It's not supposed to be this way. Global fucking warming. Give me a break. My nips are about to fucking freeze off. Fuckers. Just fucking with you. I know. I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine with that. I don't need to be hard like I can handle the cold. I don't want to handle the cold. I love it. True Scotsman. It's like the sun. I've heard of that. It's so cold here. The flame on my lighter froze. Ugh. It's just acclimation. I'm used to the warmth now. I dealt with so much cold. And then, here's the thing. So when I first moved down to Florida, let's get into that tip first. Let's spit on it. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. So when I first moved to Florida, I remember the first year that I was down here. I moved down here officially like in June. It was like 05. And I remember I was on the beach. I was on the beach on January 1st or on Christmas Day or something. I remember being on the beach thinking, like, what the fuck? This is so crazy. I'm on the beach in the sun. And now you wouldn't catch me at the beach. I mean, it's going to be freezing today, but in the 70s, no, I'm not going to go to the beach when it's cold out. When you actually live in Florida, oh, it's 95. All right, we can go to the beach. No, it's still nice at the beach, but you know what I mean? I was in the water and it was just a whole different experience. I just don't want to handle the cold now. That's why I'm here. Life's too short to be miserable in the fucking cold. If I want to go into the cold, I'll go on vacation, go snowboarding, and then come back where it's nice to live. That's all that. Not to mention Florida's just an awesome place to live anyway. All right, let's get into the first Swole Fam post. Freedom, baby. Come on, freedom.
What's in the box? Yeah.
The Republic of Florida, the Floridian Republic of America. The Florida, United States. Make America Florida, fam. Make America Florida. Annika, good morning from down under. Sorry I keep dropping off the face of the earth. Had a few really bad days with my mental health. Oh no. Which got dark but has gotten much better. Now I'm trying to balance between educational activities, Christmas jobs, and beginning to get my house prepared for my clinic to open with a tear in my knee muscle. Stupid breast stroke. Oh, we're sorry to hear that. Boo injuries. Boo injuries. Is that why you were bummed out? Is that why you were bummed out because you hurt your knee? It's hard when you're very, very active and you get an injury, but hopefully it sounds like you're doing better. Good for you. And glad to hear that you keep on pushing on. That's important. Just keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Keep on moving forward. All right, let's get into the next Swole Fam post. We got one here from Brandon. And Brandon writes, got my chest day in today. No hamster wheel. Opted for a small core workout instead. A random gym guy offered to spot me on my heavy shoulder press with 80-pound dumbbells. And while I appreciated it, I declined because it also just pissed me off a little. I proceeded to rock the fuck out of them. Brandon was... Yow. A little ego bruising. Hey, man, you're lifting heavy weights. You need a spot? Motherfucker. I don't need a spot. I'm going to smash this fucking set. I hear you, man. I hear you. Nice guy, though, right? You can appreciate that. He offered you a spot, and you're like, the fuck? You think I don't lift, son? You think it's a fucking game? You think this is a fucking game? We got a post here from Jessica, and Jessica writes, hey fam, I've been stuck at home for 2 days due to weather, but it's all worth it because the kettlebell set that I got myself for Christmas arrived and my Papa Swolio merch just shipped. Let's fucking go. It's so cold out that the kettlebells were covered in frost and I've been thawing them out for a couple hours. One even got frozen to the cardboard. Holy fucking shit.
Inconceivable!
Damn. Yo, that's legit. That's fucking legit. That's no joke. That's no fucking joke. We got two more. We got one more from Pedro El Superman in his home gym. Look at this fucking stud. And you got the baby with the lightsabers. Oh, you got the Luke Swolewalker apparel on. Oh, that's lit. My new Swole shirt arrived while I was doing some active recovery. Currently sick, so taking it easy. Had to break out my saber, and Cal wanted to join in too, leading to a fight, father and son. How cliche, if you know Star Wars, of course. As the shirt says, may the Swole be with you. Now excuse me while I teach this Padawan a lesson. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Good shit. Good shit. That's awesome. All right. It's not child abuse when there's lightsabers in play. So hopefully you taught him a fucking lesson and beat him into submission. Did you chop his arm off? Oh, too much. Be nice, Pedro. Christopher, didn't know you streamed. I've seen a lot of your TikToks though. Hell yeah, man. Every single day. We've been live. Fam, what's it now? We've been live every day for, 2022? So we're coming up on 7 years. Every single day. Never missed a day. The Daily Swole. And of course, the podcast. So you can listen at your convenience on the app of your choice. Welcome to the show. We got is there a last one? We got last one from Taylor from the Swole Fam discussion boards. Hey, Beaches, I'm Taylor, 30-year-old in Bowmanville, Ontario. Over the last few years, my career has changed drastically. Navigating new daily movements, proper food intake through these days hasn't always been a top priority. I signed up with Papa Swole because I like the no bullshit approach. It's not something I would normally be down for, but I'm sick of my own excuses. I did 75 hard last year and I lost 20 pounds, stopped having weekly migraines, stopped being in pain daily, slept better, so I know it's possible. However, I reverted back to my old habits. We'll come back to that in a second. It's been time to put in the work for a long time. I question what's different now. Not much, honestly. Aside from having a taste of the good life with 75 hard progress, I'm just sick of the voice in my head that tries to self-sabotage. Recognizing that I don't have to live in pain or discomfort, I want to change. Cheers. Wishing you all a safe and happy holiday season. Well, welcome to the fam, Taylor. Hear, hear. So let's talk about this for a second, because I was asked recently on the podcast, I forget what episode, but every once in a while I get asked about challenges. I get asked about the 75 hard, whatever it is. I don't like it. It's not that I don't like the concept. Actually, it is that. I don't like the concept. It's not that I don't like the exercise. It's not that I think the 75 hard is stupid, that it's bad to read a book or to drink water or to exercise twice. It's just something that people are not going to be able to maintain. It's not something that you can logically maintain long term. Can you do it? Is it possible? Sure. But it doesn't really give you any of the foundations. It's just a little 30-day, 60-day. It's arbitrary. It could be a 60-day hard. It should be a 365 hard. It should be every fucking day. And the problem with a 30-day challenge, the problem with a 75 hard is that you get temporary results. You flip the switch and you put in a lot of work for 75 days, and then what? And then you crash. You go back to old habits. You don't stay consistent. You start getting discouraged because you're not doing what you did for 75 days. It's a sprint. That's a sprint. Life is a marathon. You need to make sure that you're learning the fundamentals, that you're adjusting, you're adapting, and you're training in a manner that's progressively overloading, that is focusing on the 7 pillars, that allows you to be consistent every single day and be successful every day, regardless of whether or not you train twice, you do one workout outside. Like, it's nonsensical. It's cool for 75 days. And yeah, people make changes, but a lot of times people do a 75 hard and then afterwards, they're still exercising, but they kind of float into maybe whatever else they're doing, random shit. They're not on any really strict program. And some people continue to be successful, but most people will fall backwards and lose momentum because there's really no direction after that. I'm not a fan of those challenges because 75, 30, whatever it is, it's a short-term vision. It's a short-term focus. It doesn't actually teach you the skills that you can use and adapt and refine for a lifetime. So this is why, obviously, we always come back to the 7 pillars. Can you do 75 hard? Sure. But I would rather do 7 pillars, 365 than 75 hard. Although I do like the hard part. Because I do like, the word hard always gives me a sense of deep satisfaction. So I do like that verbiage. However, the short-term focus is not my bag. Let's move into some Knowledge Cock fam. Great post. If you want to join the Swole fam, those are all posts from inside the Swole fam. We read them every day. Join us, swolenormousx.com. Reminder that for members only, we have a bonus segment that we do every Friday. Right after today's live stream, we have overtime going down. Don't miss out. It will be streaming inside Swole TV, and also you can watch and chat inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat. So if you're a member, log into your account, go to your homepage, and make sure you're joined. If you haven't joined, we have a few Telegram chats. Make sure you join the Daily Swole Telegram chat, and you can watch and chat in there. All right, let's fucking go. Let's do some questions. If you got a question, hashtag Ask Papa Swole Leo. Let's get one from Josue. Josue, you're on the Sleazecast. Josue. Oh, Josue.
So, Mr. Papa Swole, what do you think of Liver
formal.
King?
Ugh, we're going to talk about this fucking chode again. What do I think of Liver King? Kind of a vague question. What do I think of him? What do I think about him? What do I think about what happened? I've been asked this before. We've kind of talked about it a few times. What do I think about him? I think his social media approach is cringe. It memifies himself. I didn't like it from the beginning. It was overdone. It doesn't matter if he lives that way. It's not authentic. And the reason why it's not authentic, as per we all saw, because he was lying to everyone's face. So definitely not a fan of his social media approach. It's kind of cringe, but I guess it's just my opinion. People can say the same thing about my content. This guy just says the fucking same thing all the time. So, but I do agree with a lot of the messaging, of course. Organs, sunlight, a lot of the things that he preaches, I agree with. So there's not that, I'd say there's more similar in terms of the approach than different. But at the same time, I'm not a personal fan of that style of social media, like extremely extroverted. Obviously, but that's him. So if he's into that, but it just seems too forced. It just seems too forced, like it just seems like you're trying too hard. And that's just my impression. So I don't watch his content, but what do I think? I think in general, I think it's good that we have, I think the message is a positive. I think it's a net positive aside from the steroids shit. I mean, anyone that has a functioning brain and 2 eyes in the front of their head could determine that this guy was on juice. I mean, I've been saying it since the beginning. You asked me, like, this guy's saucing out of his fucking mind. Rogan was saying it. Most people were not. It was just the lying. It wasn't the fact that he was taking it. So anyway, why do you have a shirt on? Because it's fucking cold. And I felt like covering my fucking shirt with the goddamn nips. Can you guys get off my case about the shirt? Jesus Christ. Here's the rules. Okay? Remember the 2 rules of me wearing clothing? 1, if I'm wearing clothing, there's nothing underneath it. And number 2, it's Swolenormous apparel. So papaswolio.com, go get you some. Shameless fucking plug. Go to the fucking gym. Is that a short sleeve hoodie? It is. It's a short sleeve hoodie. Why? Because I made it that way. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. And if you have any more specific questions about it, I'm happy to answer, but those are just initial thoughts. I don't have anything really against him, but not a fan of the lying. It was more blatant. Some people just avoid the question, but you know, it was insulting. It was degrading. It was insulting to people's intelligence. You know, people that know better. It's like, you just, why? Why lie? Why lie? You know, I'm not wearing pants, by the way, huh? No pants? No. Woo, you like it?
How dare you?
Oh, I dare, Greta. Want to come hug this tree? Get it? You're 18, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter, does it? Does it?
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
All right, let's move on before... let's just move on promptly. If you have any questions, drop in the comments down below. #AskPapaSwolio. Tyler, we're getting a little Brandon. What's my approach on Joe Biden's frustration and furious move on border crisis? His frustration, you mean his dementia, his like old man anger? I think the border's a hot fucking mess, and I think that it's in, of course, Democrats' favor to let in as many people as fucking possible. Uninformed, uneducated voters. If someone lets you in the country, you probably vote for them, right? You can manipulate them. Cheap labor. They're just selling out the country. I don't understand. From American standpoint, I lock the door of my house. Do I think someone's going to come in even if I leave it unlocked? Chances are no, but I'm not going to take that chance. I'm going to lock my door. It's fine to have a fence. You know, I have property borders. You step on my property, you're going to get lead poisoning. So I don't see what the problem is. Like, hey, stay on your side. You can come in. You can emigrate legally. Nothing wrong with that, right? Come through the proper channels. You can't just come on in. It doesn't make sense. Just logic. Just use logic. And but this is what the Democrats want. They want to lower the voting age to 16. I'm sorry, people are retarded enough at 40. You don't need to lower the voting age. The reason why you're lowering the voting age or trying to lower the voting age or not have voter ID, it's because you can have uneducated, uninformed people voting. And who are they going to vote for? They're going to vote for the progressives. They're going to vote for the radical left. And that's the goal. Like, there's no benefit to lowering the voting age. Fuck, the voting age is too low as it is. I think you should raise the voting age. I'm serious about that too. Is it 18 everywhere? But hey, you can choose your gender and you can transition when you're like fucking 12. So what's the difference, right? What's the difference now?
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Okay. Good question. We'll take it all. We'll take it deep. We're in the knowledge cog portion, so hopefully you can handle the veins because it is girthy today. De la Junior. Papa Swolio, good morning. Getting ready for work. I am an Amazon driver. You know, we usually say this for military and law enforcement, but thank you for your... We're going to start saying thank you for your service to FedEx and UPS, especially the holiday season, right? Especially the holiday season, not to mention the weather and stuff. Anyway, do you have any tips on how I can maintain energy throughout the day when I start to get fatigued and tired. Well, what's your sleep like? Sleep and nutrition, paramount. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, absolutely paramount. A couple things I can recommend if you take a cold shower first thing in the morning. Cold is probably not what most people want to hear right now. Cold shower, cold plunging first thing in the morning is going to wake you up, avoiding coffee for like the first hour and a half. That way you avoid a coffee crash later in the afternoon. Make sure that you're eating properly, getting rid of inflammatory foods and, doing elimination diet and such. And training first thing in the morning if you can, or at least doing some yoga or a little mobility flow. Maybe you don't have a lot of time, but you could do 20 minutes, half an hour at home, even with like some body weight or like a kettlebell. Like get one kettlebell. You could do a whole routine with kettlebell, and you could do like more like lifting stuff at a different time depending on your schedule. But exercise first thing, proper sleep, cold in the morning, hydration, very important. Electrolytes, very important. These things can drastically mitigate any kind of fatigue. There's a lot, food intake, eating inflammatory foods, having foods in your environment that are not good for you, that cause inflammation, can easily cause fatigue. Lots of carbohydrates, grains, seed oils can all cause fatigue. Let's see, Luca. Papa Soy, how many firearms do you own? I won't get into the details of that, but enough and not enough at the same time. Anyone that has any firearms knows that you probably, one, have enough, and then at the same time, you never have enough. So have enough ammo, but you never have enough ammo. How much ammo do you need? Whatever you have, plus one. So it's never enough. It's never enough, but I have several handguns, rifles, and shotguns. So in terms of the number, you don't need to know. Oh, but right there, was it right there? That's Yugoslavia. That's Yugoslavian surplus ammo. That's 7.62. Yeah. Yeah. For my AK. And I realized it's just like equipment. It's like you get a certain one. It's like, oh, I have this gun. And then you want like the extended version. Like, oh, but I want that one because then I have rails and I can put on. And I'm like, it's like you only have two hands, but you want all the guns. Because there's a couple things in this world. Yes, you want certain investments and assets and things like that. But if you think about cataclysmic, you want to make sure that you have people are investing in things like gold and stuff like that. I think gold's a fucking waste in my opinion. But there's one thing that's superior if shit really hits the fan. Not even guns. Guns, yeah, but you can't use a gun unless you're going to hit someone with it without ammo. So ammo is universal currency. So honestly, you can buy gold, but you're always going to be able to trade ammo. Like that's always going to be something. If shit really hits the fan, then it's going to be really hard to come by. Harder than gold. No one's going to care about gold because it's useless. Just saying, if you're thinking about that kind of like catastrophic event, what do you want? Here's a yellow rock. Okay, I could throw it at someone. Here's a bullet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. Bottom line, if we're talking about firearms, I think it's fantastic. I think they're great. Bottom line, it is what it is, but you need to make sure you train properly. You need to make sure you respect the fuck out of them. If you have young kids or you have people coming in and out of your house, secure them, get a safe, biometric safe. Like, don't fuck around with that stuff. I just heard another story of this kid who shot himself because he found a gun in the car of someone. Like, he was over at a friend's house and there was a gun in the car that the kid found. I don't know what they were doing in the other person's car, but kids play hide and seek or they fuck around or they go and sit in the car or whatever, and killed himself. So your son or your child can be at someone else's house. Like, are they securing their firearms? This is horrible. Like, fuck, if you have kids, like we have dogs, I can leave a fucking gun on the nightstand table. No one's going to touch it. No one's here. But you have a child. It's like, fuck. You can get those safes right by your bed and have a little thumbprint. Get a dog. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how people don't. Even if you have one in the car, it should be locked. It should be in some sort of like car safe or something. And then when you get in the car, you could take it out and then put it under the dash. Like that, it's not that hard. It's a little bit of an extra step, but kind of good to have your child not kill themselves. I'm just saying, it's really horrible. Sad. John, what's with the training programs out there for people over 40? Garbage. Putting people in a mindset, quote, special training is critical for some irrelevant age. Why? Just lame. John, tell me more. What's going on here? I think I get your question, but I'm not really too sure. Sounds like I have to rage. It sounds like something to rage about. What's with the training programs out there for people over 40? Oh, I see what you're saying. So is there someone advertising a program like, hey, this is for when you're over 40, do this program? Well, I think it depends. I think it's important. I mean, if you're over 40 and you've never worked out, then you just need a beginner program. But at the same time, if you're a beginner and you're 20, there's going to be a different approach than if you're 40 and you've never trained. Because if you're 20, you haven't had a lot of life. Usually you don't have that compounded decay. If you're over 40 and you've never trained, you might have been sitting at a desk for 20 years. So you might have more of a rehabilitation, reactivation approach than someone who's 20. But the human body is not much different in the sense of you have to mobilize, and you can have lots of compensations. I've trained young kids before and their knees are they're so uncoordinated because they play video games all the time and their posture's terrible from sitting on their phone. But I know what you're saying. I'm going to be 40. I'm going to be 40 this fucking year. That's insane. That's insane because I have memories when I was younger of my dad's 40th birthday. And I'm like, man, 40, that's fucking old as shit. And I'm like, oh God. Oh shit. Now I'm 40. I remember his in New York City. I remember his 40th birthday party. I have like little flashes, little brief memories. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me. I don't feel 40 at all. I feel fantastic. I have less pain than I ever have in my entire life. My strength, I just feel fantastic. So yes, 40 is just it's just a chronological age. It's not biological. So you can train and reverse that. Doesn't mean you're not getting older. It just means obviously, you can. Oh shit. Is everyone getting their P3S5? Let's fucking go. Loretta, I think Nick said that his P3S5 is out for delivery. And by the way, all the cards are out. All the Swole cards. I think even all the Signature Series cards are out. We got backed up on like envelopes and stuff. So there's cards we have a lot of cards going out. So if you've been waiting on a Swole card, any Swole card, I think we still have to fill out a bunch. So they're all going out. They're all out there. Good for you. P3S5 is lit. Oh, it's stupid. Lacey, I've read over 40 shouldn't deadlift. That's so stupid. Again, it's irrelevant. The age is irrelevant if you are trained properly to deadlift. It doesn't matter what your age is. You could deadlift at 80. I don't think you should be deadlifting 500 fucking pounds, but you can still do the exercises. Nancy, so many masked idiots in the grocery store right now. Fam, by the way, take your vitamin D. Take your vitamin D. Take your magnesium. This is not flu season. It's vitamin D deficiency season. So masks don't work. They don't work. Hello. Hello in the back. Hello. They don't work. They don't work. Hi. They don't work. Take care of your health. That works. That works. All right, one more. Let's take a question from Vincent. Can I call you Vincenzo? All right, Vincenzo's on the line. Thank you.
Hi, Papa Swole.
Hello.
I needed a help. I think I fucked up my diet because I cheated a bit, and then I starting to feel like the cravings are become more strong than ever. I need some help that. How do I stop craving foods and get straight with my diet? Like, just want to go back to my normal diet. That's all. Because it's really been hard these few weeks because all those cravings keep coming.
Oh, God, don't chew and slip. It's like, hello, Papa Swole. I want to get back on my diet. But it is hard to do. I really want to get back to eating, but I don't know. Jesus Christ. I appreciate the question. I actually, honestly, I have no idea what you're asking. Does anyone know? Because I like the chills down my spine distracted me, and it was kind of like a sidewinding question. So does anyone know what the actual question was? Like you're having trouble getting back on your diet? I mean, look, this is not a question of what you feel like doing or not. It's just, are you objectively eating the best foods for you? Have you done an elimination diet? If not, check out our blog on swolenormousx.com. Join the fam. Listen to the podcasts. You need to make these positive changes. You need to make these positive changes. You need to get these garbage foods out of your environment. I don't know what you're eating or chewing or gum or whatever the fuck it is, but that's probably not helping either. He has no self-control with his cravings. Does anyone? Does anyone have self-control with their addictions? So a couple things. I would recommend reading the book Atomic Habits. I would recommend getting rid of these triggers. Don't surround yourself. Don't have these things in your house. Don't go places where you are going to be tempted with these types of foods. Change your habits. Change your habits. Small. One bit at a time. I just don't really know exactly what I mean, again, I appreciate you guys listening in, but all these addictive foods they're made that way. Like crystal meth is made to be addictive. The same thing with Cheez-Its. It seems extreme. Oh my God, that's conspiracy. That's ridiculous. No, Cheez-Its, Oreos, Tostitos, they're all made to be addictive. They're all made. You think they make, I don't know, habanero, whatever the fuck it is, flavor because they feel like it? No, they make it because people buy it and they're hooked on it. So they make these weird fucking flavor combinations because it hits the taste buds and the body doesn't know when to stop eating. It just compulsively continues to eat. None of this stuff, any of the foods that you see on the shelf, none of it's by accident. Millions of dollars of food science, of testing, even the packaging down to like the type of the packaging, the thickness, the color, whether it's horizontal, whether it's a bag, whether there's a zipper at the top, whether there's, a rip open, a tear open, whatever it is, everything is tested and it's test grouped down to the fucking last detail. Everything, very last detail, everything on it, everything, the coloring, the size, everything. All right. Ooh, that's kind of badass. Not everyone can do that, Rael. I'll read this, but not everyone can do that. But I agree. Rael the Druid says, I keep my addiction in the house and death stare it down. Hate is a good motivator. I love nacho cheese, so I have a gallon can of it. A gallon can of it with a picture of me at 400 pounds taped to it. That's pretty gangster. That's badass. A lot of people would probably be like, well, fuck this picture, or the picture falls off. And then you're like, well, not everyone can do that. Some people, the addiction's too real. But if it works for you, then it works for you. I wouldn't recommend that for most people. But a gallon of nacho cheese, like a gallon can, something from Costco or something, that's disgusting in itself. So if you had a little tiny container of nacho cheese, that's probably not enough. But to see a gallon is vomit inducing. Just the fact of the quantity is vomit inducing. Yeah, it's this guy likes it rough. He likes it rough. Yeah, that's kinky as fuck. That is kinky as fuck. That's hot. I like it. All right, fam. Time to go balls deep. Fam-wise. That's deep. All right, hit the like button, subscribe, share the show. And remember, if you want to, thank you for the calls and everything. If you want to submit a question, if you want to call in, askpapasolio.com. Call in. Even if you called in already and you want to do some ASMR earhole tickling for me, please be nice with that. Creeps me out. But I'll take it. I can handle it. Make sure you follow back up or call in again. AskPapaSlow.com. Call the fuck in to the show. All right, balls deep time. Let's see what undergunch of the interwebs we have. Remember, right after today's stream, in a few minutes, we're going to go into overtime. So once we finish up the show here, you can all shift over into the Daily Swole Telegram chat and watch and chat in there for members only. And of course, less than a week away, Swole Year release party, fam-wise. Let's go.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Swole Year release party for members only. SwoleNormousX.com. Join us. Major new releases we bring in the new year, and it's a great look back through 2022 and a look forward into 2023. It's going to be fucking lit. Be there, you sexy beaches. And also over there at papasoya.com, make sure you check out the new merch. We got the Go the Fucking Gym beard logo. This is probably my favorite design ever. It is awesome. If you're just listening, it says Go the Fucking Gym in GTTFG and Go the Fucking Gym. It's like a mosaic throughout the entire beard logo. It's awesome. And of course, we have the one that Pedro was flexing on in the Swole fan post. And just the tip, we have the Luke Swole Walker, May the Swole be with you and also with you. May it be with you. Use code Daily Swole for 10% off. Papasoya.com, the best merch in the fucking partido. Now, let's get into balls deep. Ooh, we got some videos. Are these all fresh? Oh, we didn't do that one yesterday. Oh. Why? Oh, no. You know, I see. Look, I don't. Okay.
Come on. Stop whining.
Let's talk about this. I don't see the videos, right? I don't see what they are. I see the title, but then I see the first frames. I'm like, oh. Some of these faces are just like, that doesn't have to exist. We were totally fine before that person was born. All right. Let's start this. Let's start off. We always like an appetizer, right? This one is 12 seconds. All right. Can we do it 12 seconds? We can all last 12 seconds, right? That's what she said. All right. This one's titled Men That Want Biological Kids. All right. Let's see what we got here. What's in the box? What is in the box?
What's in the box?
When men say they want kids, I push. Why? First response I get is usually they want to be a father. Makes sense, but you can be a father.
I'm just going to stop that right there. Why do you want biological kids? Well, most people, they say they want to be a father. You don't say.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. I don't know what comes. I know I keep trying not to stop these videos first, but I just want to, there's no video here. There's no point to this video. Most people that play baseball, they're like, I just want to play baseball.
When men say they want kids, I push. Why? First response I get is usually they want to be a father. Makes sense, but you can be a father to kids that are not biologically related to you. Ask why.
It's called adoption. You must be, welcome to Earth. You must be new here. Yeah, something's going to be, something. Mark's like, I feel like there's some racism coming.
Are not biologically related to you. Ask why it's important for their kids to be biological. So many say legacy. This isn't Game of Thrones.
Legacy. It's literally built into our DNA. It's how you continue your life after death. It gives you hope for the future. It gives you a purpose. Like, we're all here to have children. Some people don't want to, but a lot of times there's regret, or they want to, but they don't actually match up with someone. And most people, when they get later in years, even if they didn't want kids, they end up regretting it. I know that from personal experience. I've talked to many people, many elderly people. That's given me a lot of perspective. And you definitely don't want to live life with regrets if you can help it. We're all going to have regrets. It's all choosing which regrets you want. That's what life is. You make choices. You go left. By going left, you're not going right. By going right, you're not going left. By going up, you're not going down, just by default. So whatever choice you make, you're choosing whatever regret. It might not be a big regret. It might not be much of a regret at all, but by making one choice, you're by default not making another choice. I mean, tell me you haven't gotten fucked in the year.
I was kidding.
The eyes, Chico.
I was only kidding.
They never lie. I gotta get that soundboard. The eyes, Chico. They never lie. I'm gonna get that soundboard. Every time I go like, oh shit, I go to push the button. I'm like, no, I didn't do it yet. Positive charisma, legacy literally is not synonymous to biological relationship. It is just someone who gets your shit. Oh, you mean like inheritance and stuff? Yeah, men biologically want their own children. Everyone wants their own fucking children. Everyone does. If you can't, then you can adopt. And that's a great way to, that's a great way to have a family and to have, pass on knowledge and care to another individual. Like, it's great. Adoption is great. They make it way too hard to adopt in this country, don't they? So many kids are in like foster care and shit, and they make it so hard. They make it so fucking hard. Yeah, most people don't want to raise someone else's child. Shocker. I mean, it's ingrained. Not that some people aren't amazing stepdads and stepmoms and stuff like that, but, they're just, most people with the choice, you would choose. All right. Anyway, this one, let's see. Let's do this with all of you, fam. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. What's it going to be? 1, 2, or 3?
What's in the box?
Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. We'll see if we can get through. We'll get through at least 1 or 2. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Boom, boom, boom. Tainted Man. Oh. Boom, boom. Tainted Man and the church. It's tainty. It's tainty and the church. I'm gonna make a cartoon children's book. Tainty and the church. It's churchly and the taint. All right, let's see what we got here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's go with TCAP number 2. TCAP number 2. And it's not booing TCAP. It's just, it's going to be a fucking shitstorm. All right, this one's called Privileges with Being Thin.
What's in the box?
This is one that we didn't get to yesterday. Oh, the next two are ridiculous. Oh, this is a Friday after all.
I just got home from the shop and I was just thinking as I was walking back, sometimes I still think about dieting and losing weight.
Oh, no.
However, it's not for the same reasons it used to be. It's not because I'm uncomfortable in my body. It's not because I don't like the way I look. It's because I want to know what it's like to exist in the world as a thin person. And
you can start by making better lifestyle choices. You can start with that.
all of the privileges that come along with that. I want to know what
the privileges of not having to turn your body sideways when you walk through a door frame. Mm-hmm.
Like to be liked by people regardless of your personality.
That doesn't happen. I call Matt Damon and big old fucking pile of stinky bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Jesus Christ. All right, this person has no idea. This is such stupid shit. To be liked regardless of your personality. Who the fuck likes people based on their body size and not... What in the fuck? I'm not like, oh, look at that person. They're taller than they are wide. I like them. Oh, look at that person. They're wider than they are tall. No one. No one. No one. No one. No one. You just haven't been successful. You don't really want to try. So now you're going to project like, oh, I wish I could be thin. Wouldn't it be lovely?
Because pretty privilege is so real.
My Fair Lady reference, in case you didn't know. Lots of Twinkies for me to eat. Lots of rolls keeping in all my eight. I'm not making...
And that's not me saying that fat people aren't pretty. Pretty privilege is just conventional beauty. So what you see in magazines, what's considered pretty. And people who meet the beauty standard,
what were you doing?
they can, meet a bunch of new people and be instantly liked. They could have a shit personality and they will still be treated with respect.
Liked, respect. I don't think you know. I don't think you know what these things are.
Using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I don't think you understand what you're saying. You're using different words. You're making like false equivalencies. Like the different words mean different things. You can change the definitions apparently. Hashtag Webster. But okay.
And that's the reason sometimes I think maybe I just won't eat. Maybe I'll start going to the gym 7 days a week.
Hey, there you go. You're getting closer. Warmer, warmer, warmer. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Go to the fucking gym. That's right. Maybe you'll stop eating so many crumpets.
Maybe I'll try and lose weight.
No, why don't you try making positive lifestyle changes and you'll lose the weight? You probably live somewhere where the sun is scarce, so you need to fucking be sucking down vitamin D, get some grass-fed beef, eat some organ meats, all those things, but I'm sure you do none of those. So not doing the right things will keep you from getting results? I'll write that down.
Am I going to do that? No. Because
all right, I'm gonna stop it right there. So if you don't know, she just took a big bite of a pastry. So fuck you. Seriously, you're going to complain and bitch and moan and then eat garbage, but am I going to do that? No. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We'll play the rest of it because I want to make sure that all the stupidity is flushed out. You wonder why you don't get respect? Because of all that shit. What an idiot.
I don't believe that I should have to look a certain way and meet the beauty standard in order to be treated with respect.
Well, you don't respect yourself, apparently, and you're a hypocrite, and you're a liar, and you're a victim, or trying to be a victim so hard, and no one is attracted to that. From a friend standpoint, no one's inspired by someone who is trying so hard to not put in any effort to improve. I'm not going to sit here and watch a fat person eat. That's not entertaining. All right, well, stupid is as stupid does, Jenny.
My name's Forrest Gump.
All right, I would have stopped it earlier, but that was towards the end. Okay, let's move right along. Number 1 or number 2? These are both, ooh, my God, hitting hard. Hitting hard, hitting hard, hitting hard, hitting hard. Let's fucking go. Under gunch, balls deep. Balls are slapping, fam. Balls are slapping. Make sure you drop a comment down below. Number 1. Or number 2.
I gave it a
Ooh, that was nice.
You switched the samples.
A fucking 10.
God damn it, TCAP. God damn it, you motherfucker. Hashtag FEF for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's do the next one. Marvin Lopez, number 2, an even number. That's right. Number 2 is an even number. We are all very impressed.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Okay, number 2. This is called pronoun update. Oh, the @ on TikTok is literally non-binary. Literally? As opposed to, so literally apparently means made up now. If you say you're not a man or woman or male, you're just making shit up. You are. It doesn't matter if you want to be. That's a strange flex. But hey, update us. We want to know. We want to know what direction, what turn has your mental disorder taken today? Update us. I need this in my life. Let's go. Bring it in.
Quick little pronoun update.
Huddle up.
So after a several days long gender crisis, I am pretty certain I use they, he pronouns.
After a week long, was that a week's long? A several days long gender crisis. Wow. Maybe get a job? So nice to have so much time to have a gender crisis. Can you imagine? Oh my God, what am I? What am I? For fuck's sake. I'm pretty certain I use they, he. I'm sorry, what? In other words,
what the fuck is that?
It could say, I'm pretty certain I use like Bruce Almighty. Like a B Japanese movie. Okay.
Gender crisis. I am pretty certain I use they, he pronouns. And yeah, I just want to let you know I am still trans femme. I am still on HRT. I am not detransitioning or anything. Just my gender is a complete nightmare. I don't know what's going on with it right now. All I know is that these pronouns feel right to me. I don't really understand why. And the he makes me dysphoric if, like, a cis person uses it for me, or a person who doesn't really understand what my gender is. Because it's really not like he the way you use it for men. It's he in the masculine woman kind of way, which is kind of what my whole gender is going for. My whole gender is supposed to be girl who's trying to be a boy, not boy who's trying to be a girl. So yeah, I hope it makes sense. I'm really sorry if it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. So...
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
All right, we go. Oh, this one's got to be good. This one's got to be good. Not just because this person looks like, I don't know, looks like whole grain spaghetti is just coming. There's a lot of whole grain spaghetti. I can't explain it. But this next one, if that didn't blow your tits off, this next one will. It's Fef, so we're going to do one more. We have to. I don't know. Maybe we'll save this for overtime. We might have to save this for overtime. Yeah, we got overtime coming up. We're going to save this for overtime. This is too... I don't know. If you drop some biceps and gorillas, maybe we'll do it now. We'll do it now? Want to do it now? We'll do it now. All right. All right.
Are there any women here today?
All right, we'll do one more. Let's just... Oh, I want this out of this folder. This should not stay in the folder. Let's do it. All right. This one's called... And we've talked about this. Not dating a trans person is transphobic. Okay. So, in other words, you're afraid or you're a bigot. I will tell you something. If a man has long hair and wears a dress, I don't want to be with you because you're a man. You have a penis. It's not transphobic. It's, I'm not gay. I don't want to suck dick. That's my personal choice. It's not transphobic. I don't want to play make-believe. I don't want to tea party. Like, I don't. I got shit to do. So this whole phobic thing is just, it's a virtue signal shield putting the blame on you. So it's calling you a bad person. This is just, let's translate for people that might be new here. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? It's literally blaming you. You are the problem. You're transphobic. You're a bigot. You're a bad person. You're a meanie head. You're a meanie head because you don't want dick. So, like, if you're a woman, and if you're a woman, you want a man in general. What if a woman is pretending to be a man, right? She cuts off her tits, shaves her head. I'm a man now. And, you know, I have a strap on. A woman's gonna be like, what the fuck? No. Oh, you're transphobic. No, that's not how it works. So this is very, very logical. That's all there is to it. It's just logical. It's biology. It's evolution. You know, your weird gender dysphoria and your fetish does not translate to people that are eating steak, not sucking down tons of soy, glyphosate and atrazine. No, thank you. I eat quality food and I exercise and I take care of my health so my brain is functioning properly. All right. So anyway, this is a comment. These are so fucking mind-blowing. It's just ridiculous. And people think this doesn't exist. Oh, it exists. And this is what we do when we go balls deep. We just scrape the internet. This is health and fitness, just the extreme. This is health. It's just lack thereof. The comment says, so it's okay for you to have a preference, but everyone else can't and gets labeled transphobic in your words. Well, that comment is super based. That's the issue. So you can have certain people that are allowed to have preference. Like, well, I want this, I'm this, call me this, use these pronouns, use this. Oh, you don't like it, you're a bigot. You see? It's okay when they do it. It's not okay when you do it. And if you want to know who has power and who has control, it's the people that control your speech. So if you're not allowed to use certain words, they're the ones in power. So all these dictionary changes, all this, the censorship is much more extreme than people are attributing to it. This is why we talk about it so much. It's very, very serious. It's much more serious than people, because most people don't want to address the fact that it's happening, that your worst nightmares, that the errors and the horrific genocides that happen throughout history that start with this type of shit. People don't want to believe that they're living through these times. Not saying it'll get to that point, but people don't want to, they want to pretend like it's not happening. And it's like they want to pretend, it's cognitive dissonance. They don't want to address the fact that they're eating garbage food. They want to pretend like, oh, everything in moderation, YOLO, blah, blah, I can eat these things. Yeah, if you want to die young from preventable disease, then by all means, but that's what's going to happen. So, people just don't want to address these things. All right, let's do this one. This one's called Not Dating a Trans Person is transphobic.
Lieutenant Dan.
Okay.
What's in the box?
Oh, that was fucking aces. Let's just jump right into it. That was fire. That was nice.
I don't know how many times I have to say this. Trans women are women.
Matt Damon.
No. You're bastardizing the word woman. By saying trans woman, you're associating them with someone who has X chromosomes, tits and a vag. Trans women are not women. Trans women, if anything, you could leave it there. You could just say trans women. Because they wish they were a woman. They want to be a woman, but they're a man. So they're not women. You cannot say trans women are women. No, trans women, if you want to keep it there, then keep it there. This is fucking insane. These are complete mind games. Trans women are not women. Just like a rockfish is not a fish. This rock wants to be a fish, but it's not. You can call it a rockfish. It's a weird name for a rock, but you can call it what you want. It's still a rock. It's going to sink like a motherfucker. Doesn't have gills. Got it? Okay. Trans women are trans women. Well, that makes sense. A rock is a rock. I can get on board with that. Trans woman is described as someone like let's say a man with a dick that wishes they were a woman. You want to cross dress, you want to do drag, you want to do a tyrannical tuck. It's up to you. Then
there's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
Have fun. But women need to stand the fuck up because they're trying to erase women, straight up. But it's the patriarchy. I don't know. It's these fucking lunatics that want to claim that I'm a woman now. Where's the fetus going to gestate? You going to keep it in a box? Okay. Let me.
Are there any women here today?
All right. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Lester. If there were women, you wouldn't have to add the word trans. Fact. Okay. Let's play it. I stopped at like 2 seconds in. Let's go.
I don't know how many times I have to say this. Trans women are women.
Nope.
Trans men are men. This person asked me, would you date a trans man? And I was like, probably not because I'm a lesbian, but I would date a trans woman. And there's...
You would... I'm a lesbian. You would date a man then. A trans woman is a man. So you're not really a lesbian, are you? So they're going to fuck you with a dick? Yo, this is... Let's just keep going.
Saying, so it's okay for you to have a preference, but everyone else is transphobic? Since when is sexuality defined as a preference? Is that what y'all are defining as your preference? Because
you know what, we can't argue. I'm not going to argue with this because it's so fucking stupid. I'm not going to insult all of your intelligence, nor my own. Like, I'm just going to pause it. Be like, what the fuck? And let's keep on going. Because obviously, we're just putting the stupid out there. Like, this exists. We don't have to, there's no arguing it because they're not on the same planet. They're not arguing with the same language. They're just, well, you heard.
Your argument crumbles right then and there, babe. If you're saying, oh, I'm a straight man and I'm only attracted to women.
There you go. Oh my God. A man wants vagina so they can reproduce and have children. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Raggy? You like I like the vagine.
which means I don't date trans women, you're saying that you don't think trans women are women.
Because they're not. Let's move on.
Which is basic transphobia.
Retardation. Oh.
Like,
I thought she was going to go a different direction. It's not transphobia. Trans women are men that wish they were women. Trans men are women that wish they were men. That's easy to understand. I understand that you can have gender dysphoria. I understand that you can have issues, whether it's like what your parents consumed in the womb, fetal development, nutritional lacking, right? Based on all these chemicals and phyto and estrogens and estrogenics and all the products since you were born, right? We talked about the phthalates and glyphosate and atrazine, and these things have been shown to shorten taint length. That's why we always say taint length matters, to change the anogenital distance that is a result of levels of testosterone and development, of a fetus and of a child. These things all matter. So, I mean, I understand that there's issues. And even though it's a different thing, trans women are not women. That's not an argument. That's not a debate. You're not a woman. Hate to break it to you, but that's just a fact. They're not. You can keep calling it a trans woman. And that's not insulting. I'm not insulting anyone. You might really wish you were a woman, but luck of the draw, I suppose. You're not. I could wish I was a woman all I want, but the dick is there. The chromosomes are there, like, man as fuck. I can wish, I can want, I can cut, I can snip. It is what it is. So you want to, I think it's insulting to women to use the term women, period. You should say trans something else, because it's a different thing. But if you say trans woman, okay, that comes across to me, and that's defined as a man that wants to be a woman, or a man that, all right. And that's where it stops. You're not a woman, because if you were, you would be one when you were born. Silly explanation of things, but it's really frustrating when you're trying to, it's literally saying a rock is a fish. It's not a fish. You can call it a rockfish all you want. Does it make it more of a fish the more you say it? No. When you go fishing, do you catch a rock and be like, well, this rock thinks it's a fish? No, you would be like, oh, my fucking shit got hooked on a rock. That's weird. And you throw it back in. It's a rock. You can't eat a rock. It's a good analogy. You throw that shit back. Bloop. Okay. Holy shit. Hug your children.
Basic transphobia. Like, the easiest way to describe it.
And this puts the blame on, so this blames all of you, because you don't want to, because Mark doesn't want to suck a dick, because Tyler doesn't want to suck a dick, because Frank doesn't want to suck a dick. You are all the bad people. And that's evil. You're blaming someone else for your delusions. Like, you want to play dress up and you want to do this kind of stuff, and you want to say you want to pretend to be a man. Look, I'm all for your freedoms. I'm not going to be rude to you. I'm not going to yell at you in public, and you're putting this content out. So this is my opinion on it, but you could do what you want. But when you start blaming other people and insulting other people, you're literally insulting other people for your issues. And that's evil.
So, and now you see how the whole biological kids argument isn't your actual argument.
It is.
Because at your core, you don't see trans people as valid.
Again, look, these arguments do not hold up. This person did not say trans people aren't valid. And guess what? That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. What does being valid mean? Like, what? This person doesn't see trans people as valid. What does that mean? All that word doesn't mean anything in that context. As valid, a trans woman is exactly what we discussed. It's a man that wants to be a woman, that's going to dress like a woman, that's going to be whatever. That's it. Valid? What do you mean valid? Like, the situation is the situation. You can't put this morality behind it. Trans women aren't women. Trans men aren't men. They're trans women and trans men. We could leave it there. Like, I would agree. Like, do you think we could just leave it there? I think it's still wrong to say trans men because you're using the term men and you're degrading men and women in that case. But at least you say trans, you know, okay, trans man. This person is a woman that wants to be a man. You're still a woman, but you're going to be doing a lot of stuff, maybe surgeries or hormones to be as close to what you wish you were as possible. I mean, a valid person, you're a human. You're just not a woman or you're not a man. I don't think you should be executed. I don't think you should be sent to a fucking island. I don't think you should be publicly humiliated. I mean, you live your life. When it encroaches on me, like, you're coming after us. You're coming after people that aren't into that kind of fetish. You're calling everyone else like, oh, you're afraid. I'm not afraid. I just use my brain logically and objectively and rationally and reasonably.
Because at your core, you don't see trans people as valid, which
Irrelevant.
is transphobic. Thank you for attending my fucking TED Talk.
Cringe as fuck. Cringe as fuck. But that's very important to understand. Like, these arguments, when you see how the words change, right? All of a sudden the word valid, like, she never said valid the entire video, I don't think, until the end. But this is very important. Psychologically, you have to listen to this because a lot of you deal with this shit at your workplace or in your schools or whatever. This is important. It's the manipulation of language, and language matters. Definitions fucking matter. Like, what does validity have to do with anything? You just throw that in at the end. Validity. What are you talking about? Validity. It's not valid. It's not valid because you say it's something doesn't make it so. Because I say a rock is a fish doesn't make it a fucking fish. I'm just calling it rockfish. I can't get off this analogy. And I don't want to. I'm on this rockfish. A rock is not a fish. A fish is not a rock. Your opinions about it are irrelevant. The fact remains, a rock is not a fish. No matter how much it wants to be a fish, it ain't a fish. And, oh my God, you mean rockfish isn't valid? What is that? Again, see, in that context, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? It's not valid. I mean, it's not a fish. What's to be valid about it? How many of you have, like, little girls? I mean, boys do this too. Boys make believe, cops and robbers and shit like that. But how many of you have little girls and do, like, the tea party thing? I had a little sister. She's 7 years younger than me. So I've done that little tea party. You have, like, the stuffed animals, like when she was really little. You make believe. I'm a princess. And, oh, look, Mr. Bear. Okay. The animals aren't talking. You have a little baby and you have a stuffed animal. Hi, I'm Mr. Bear. And they're like, hey, Mr. Bear. It's like they're the child that never fully developed. Okay. All right, we're going to overtime right after this. My God. Let's get into today's Swole card. Fam, you still got a little bit of time to join the Swole fam. SwoleMSX.com. Let's get into it, and then we're going into overtime. Here we go. Hashtag Fef. Let's give this motherfucking a wave out. Let's do it. My nips. My nips. My nips on my tits. My nips. What? My nips. My nip. The one thing that we can agree is that men and women, we all have nips and assholes. So there's that. Excellent. We all got nips. Matt S. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swolecard2422 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. We'll send you this fucking Swole card. You slut. Matt Slut. Matt Swole Slut. Is your middle name S? Is it Matt Swole Slut? Can I call you Matty Slut or Matt Swole? Regardless, irregardless, I shall do so. Congratulations, Matthias.
No more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
I got hairy legs.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
We got overtime, fam-wise. Go on and head on over to overtime right now. It's time for the overtime. Exclusively inside Swolenormous X. Swolenormousx.com. Oh, yeah. Let's get a little church. Oh, churchy. Show everyone how cute you are. No? You don't want to show everyone? But you're so cute. Little belly. Oh, it's so warm. It's so warm. My hands are cold. I got you, baby girl. I got you, mama. I got you. Oh. Want to get a leg going? Piano cock. All right, we fucking did it.
Yow.
We did
Yow.
it. We fucking did it. We did it. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Finish him.
Fam, you know what that fucking means. It is time for hover time. Head on over into, my God, head on into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. We got overtime going on right now. Now, if you're listening to this or watching this later, you can join and you'll get access to Swole TV. You can catch the replay inside Swole TV for members only. Oh, it's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. Everyone's coming in. Hello, Nancy, TCAP, everyone's Cerny. All right, people are shifting over. If you're a new member and you're like, where do I find it? Log into your account, go to your homepage, and you'll see right there the Daily Swole Telegram chat, not the Swole Fam Telegram chat. The Daily Swole Telegram chat for overtime, and we'll see you there in just a few minutes. We'll give you like 2 minutes or so in order to hop on over. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow also for Swole Slut Saturday. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh. Out. Overtime, 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 overtime.